when Odell takes the field, it will have been what? Let's figure this out. Carry the one. 20 months.
Yeah, 500 plus days.
20 months.
Yeah.
Since he's played a football game. Ravens gave him $15 million.
Crazy.
And the Giants are like, yeah, do we give Saquon Barkley $15 million a year? That's what they're thinking right now. Is that what we're doing? Do we do that? He wants 16 or he wanted 16? That's what makes no sense, because to me, Barkley to the Giants is just as important, and I'll say that because you know how much I love Odell Beckham Jr. It's just as important that he's there and paid and happy for the success of the Giants as it is for Odell Beckham and the Ravens. Because Odell, don't forget, stands for something more than just Odell taking the top of the defense off for Lamar. He is by far and away the most decorated receiver that Lamar's ever thrown to. Right?
Yeah.
With all due respect. Because Steve Smith Sr. was long gone when Lamar got there.
Right.
Okay. So, and Baltimore, as you know, is the place where receivers go to die. And I think Steve Smith Sr. has even said those things out loud. So he stands for something more important than just 2023 for Baltimore, as they now have a new system with Todd Monken, speaking of Georgia, having him out there and showing everybody that, hey, everyone, we're not just going to take 15 plays to go down the field anymore. But he's paid. The Ravens are like, we're going for it. You haven't played in 20 months. How old is Odell now? Is he 30? I think he's 30 now, right?
Not sure.
He is, yeah, he's 30.
Yeah, he's 30, yeah.
Which is the, as you know, age of the fail-safe line for running backs in the National Football League. So he's 30. Ravens are like, pay him $15 million. Let's go. And the Giants are, we are assuming, sitting there thinking, do we really pay Saquon Barkley $15 million? That's the crux for fans. We don't get that. We don't get that. Yeah, we got $15 million for a receiver that hasn't played in 20 months because we're paying for the guy who can not just change the game for us week to week, but change the game for future wide receivers to consider us. That and how the offense looks under the new offensive coordinator. Yeah, Greg Roman's gone, folks. Greg Roman's gone. That's what's so tough to understand. CeeDee Lamb, again, when I heard, I don't know if that's true or not, $25 million a year, right? Did you read the same report I did?
I read something. That's where I got that number from. Can't remember what it was, though.
Again, you can't believe everything that you read or gets aggregated.
Yeah, true that. Unless it comes from Rich Eisen
as you know,
show.
Hey, man, CeeDee Lamb was on my fantasy team last year, and his last 6 to 8 weeks of the season, he was really, really good.
Balling.
He's a really, really good
He's
football
a baller,
player.
man.
He is.
He's so good.
But
he's one of the top, 5 receivers in football?
But his ability to put the ball in the end zone for the Cowboys and his home run hitting ability, that much $15 million more better than Tony Pollard? Really?
I mean,
I again, I'll just read off the names of these guys here. Tyler Algier had 1,000 yards rushing last year.
Yep.
That's the point.
And guess what? He's being replaced by Bijan Robinson.
And that's an important role for Bijan to be playing this year in this running back conversation as to who's going to fight to push the market in another direction. Jonathan Taylor's one of those guys, too.
Oh, yeah.
It didn't help that last year was such a complete disaster in Indianapolis for him physically and the team success. Who else can just jump at me right here? Cam Akers, even with everything last year, almost ran for 800 yards last year.
He's going to be the starter this year.
How about the kid, Kenneth Walker, right? And they added Zach Charbonnet to the mix.
Yep.
In the second round.
Right.
And that's going to be a split situation.
Correct. And how
DJ
much money
Dallas
do you
is
know
gonna
much
be there.
do you know how much those guys are making collectively? Probably like what, a fifth of what Saquon wants?
Oh, yeah.
Right? Eckler, 915 yards rushing, 18 touchdowns. I don't even know what he did receiving. Had to be about 700.
He had 107 catches, 722 yards, and took it to the house 5 times.
And Alexander Mattison this year. How is he going to do? If he runs for like 1,200 yards and Vikings don't skip a beat?
That's proving their point.
Miles Sanders ran for 1,269 yards for Philadelphia. And by the way, their quarterback had 13 touchdowns. Okay.
Yep.
2 more than him.
Well, they were the number one rushing
No,
team,
I
right?
know that. I understand that. What my point is, others performed well. He was the guy who was the most, used. And he's like, I'm a free agent. I'm taking $6 million right now to get a long-term deal and go somewhere else and be the guy there.
Well, who led the league in touchdowns last year? Jamal Williams.
Lions just let him walk.
Let him walk.
Well, they're getting this kid Jahmyr Gibbs, too, from Alabama. And the rumor coming out of Kansas City in that draft is that they beat multiple teams to the punch. Multiple teams to the punch. I even heard a rumor the Jets were thinking of taking him. And just saying, screw it, him and Breece Hall, let's go. Because you need multiple ones. And the Lions are like, we'll just take David Montgomery from the Bears, and the Bears are like, okay.
Yeah. In division.
There's the door.
Don't care. See ya.
I don't get it. I mean, I guess I do get it. I understand. Whereas I'm saying, well, look at what Seattle's done.
Oh, and when the Pats have done it for 20 years.
They sure have.
Same thing. You have 3 good backs at the cost
That
of 1.
said, there is some benefit to getting the juice in the building. Like, if Dalvin Cook goes to the Patriots, come on now. Him and Ramondre Stevenson
look out.
with Mac Jones and Bill O'Brien dialing it up.
And Hunter Henry and Gesicki and Juju and Devontae Parker and Taekwon and maybe DeAndre, who knows?
Right, and you put it all together with the defense
That's
like that
exciting.
and the special teams doing what they
kind of
always do.
inspiring
Yes.
for the fan base.
Yes.
Right.
And remove Dalvin from that then and put DeAndre in that mix. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.